Whoa, look at that sun. It's going to be bright. And these windshields are dirty. Have I got a story for you today? This morning. I ain't been out this early. Well, yesterday I was. That's a different story. I just went through one hell of an ordeal. I don't know how it all got done. This is in the past a little bit. Has to do with karma. It's a karma story. Is there such a thing as karma? Good karma, bad karma. So, karma or no karma, this is what happened. This is my experience with what I did. I made a little donation one morning. I was walking through a shopping center towards probably the library back in sometime around the holidays. It would have been late 2016 or it was early 2017. And I came across a guy that was playing his acoustic guitar. He had no case. Had some kind of, I don't know what he had to weigh down the money, where you stick probably just a rock. You stick the money in his, I don't think it was a hat. It was, I don't know. I pulled out a buck because I was feeling blessed because I had just sold something on eBay that brought me out of sheer poverty. It was something, I think it was somewhere around $200, maybe more dollars. That was a hassle, but it got done. I got the money. So I don't know. I'm just so stupid with money. I think I'm rich because I have a couple $100. I don't know. For some reason, I was in a good mood, and I've never done this before. But I donated a buck tip. They call it tips. Sometimes you can consider it a donation, because I used to do that. I still to this day occasionally, and I was so dirty and my clothes were so messed up. Everything was so pathetic looking. I think half the donations were because of they thought they were helping out a poor person. Anyway, I put $1, and he said something, and I said something, and he didn't. I don't remember what we all said exactly, but then I went along my way. And that was that. Forgot about the whole thing. I don't know why that's the tide. I think it's the tide that creates all this water. High tide. So, fast forward, and this is just incident number one related to, it's just, you have to listen. Fast forward to all the way up to, well, not too much further in the, actually that same year, if this occurred in early 2017, then let's bump it up to sometime that year, 6 months later maybe. I was doing the same thing, except I was more professional. I had my case out, and I was making this guy. I don't think he hardly could make any money, but I was making some good money. And I had my case out, and he came walking by with this girl that I actually met her, and she was flirting with me. The thing is, she's too young for me. Let me tell you about this girl. She looks like she is a Janis Joplin look-alike. Now, let me tell you, sometimes I wish it's a different story about how her and I met, but anyway, I don't know, they might have been brother and sister. I don't know. Anyhow, he criticized me. I let him. No. The first thing they said was, he says, "Do y'all need?" Well, there were sometimes I'd play with other musicians, and he asked if we needed any female singers, and I immediately said yes, we do, because one day want to have like I've seen other bands. The most notable, Leonard Skinner, had the Swampers. The person didn't want to merge, and like I say, okay, we're going 54. I don't know these people. I might have overshot the exit. I did. Oh. Not happening. I overshot the exit. So, yeah, I said, well, sure. In the future, there'll be 3 girls. Now, Missy, you're more valuable if you can play an instrument. But that's okay. I know it's just kind of cheesy, I think, if these play. Tambourine's okay. That's, or percussions, rattles. Now I'm all messed up, man. I gotta double back. Can I get back that way? No. Oh, man. Okay, I know where I am now. Look at these people out doing something weird, huh? This wasn't such a bad way to go, because the other way's kind of screwy. All the roads here are screwed. I hope I am. I know this neighborhood. And so, he asked if I could look at my guitar, and he criticized me for the action being too high, and he was right. Then handed it back. Then she started to audition, and I was trying to think of something I could play that where female vocals take the lead, and I had an idea, and I started to play a little something, and she started to sing, and he yelled at her, and then she said, oh, like as if he's messing her up, not letting her try. I don't know how serious they were, but then he all of a sudden, remember, he's the same guy that I don't think he remembered me. It's whether he remembered me giving a buck, because I don't think many people donated to him. He was a jerk. She then he just yelled at me, "We ain't talking to you no more," and grabbed her, and they went on. So I'm thinking, yeah, that was that same guy. I gave this guy a buck. He's gonna act like a jerk, but he did. The only thing I later did to finally decide to adjust it to where the action wasn't quite so high, but I'd rather have high action than buzzing noises. So I done got lost. I don't know how. No, this is just a different way to go. It's just I've gone the long way each time. Luckily, I hit that one light. Now, so then the next thing that happened was kind of weird. I met the same guy again. There was a skateboarder I had befriended, and he said, "Hey, come on over here, come on over here. We're a couple blocks down from that." It was in a real little town, and it was this guy with some other guys, and they're passing around the guitar, and I could tell he was just intentionally disincluding me. See, he didn't. Most people they passing around, he just kind of, I don't know, he was just weird. And then this lady came up asking, "Where's a restaurant I can eat?" He said, "Oh, I can tell you about all of them around here." And just, I went to talk to her, and we really did go a long way around. But this is safer in the sense that it makes sense, a little more sense. And this is the screwy roundabout. They messed this up real. They spent a lot of money to, quote unquote, improve it, just to mess it up worse. All these, there's cars coming from about 7 different directions. If you include the ones coming out of parking lot 9. This place has a full house out on the parklet. A new name they made up tonight, so I know I'm not going to be able to park there. Now, so that was, and then I had another even worse incident with this character, and this time he had the audacity to steal my place, which I had kind of wrestled it away from another person, but at least I said, you know, we can make more money if me and you play together. We'll split whatever we make, and we did. And I even bought the guy a beer at the saloon, and we used to have fun. Then we had a third person in our band, and we made a 3-way. That was kind of screwy. There was a 3-way. That's another story. But yeah, he and his tweaker friends were just acting like nuts, and they had he messed it all up. So I went somewhere else. I didn't want to go say anything about it, because I'm just kind of funny that way. You might say I chumped out, but I'm just one guy, and you don't know about these people. That I don't think they were violent. I just think that I didn't want to. I was just too introverted to go confront him and his 2 or 3 tweaker friends. He's probably just jealous because I made 10 times more money than him. But yeah, he tried to steal my space. So, the next week I went to take it back, and there was an assistant manager I'd befriended. I thought. They must have made such a bad scene, that he decided to, in the space I had, put all the store's stuff they were trying to, big things like, I think one of them was a mannequin, and just gaudy statue-looking things, big stools, and large portraits, paintings, things like that. furniture that just take up space, and I went and tried to make it work, and then he came out talking to me as if he didn't know me. The guy had just, so it all started with me, out of the kindness of my heart, tipping a fellow street performer, and the karma just went really bad, real bad, and it could have gotten ugly. So this one went up to 1525. So I don't think I have any more space. So I'm not going to have time, you see, to go into the next one, uh, because you'll see by the title, while I'm saying this isn't just a one-time thing with this one kind of particular uh, good karma donation. I hope you will share this, because it's really going to be intriguing, and subscribe, because then you'll get notified. Hit the notification bell. Be sure to like if you sincerely like it. If you don't, maybe you would be helping out somebody